I know everybody thinks that the third temple in Jerusalem is very important to the son of perdition, but it is not, see. Okay? It is not at all important to the son of perdition. Okay, first of all, he don't need to desecrate the third Jewish temple because even them being disobedient to even build it is a desecration. Okay, so the Antichrist has no need to even desecrate the Jewish temple. Okay, here's the thing, people. The son of perdition is not going to bother himself with animal sacrifice, okay? He is a Kabbalah Jew who loves idol worship and human sacrifice, okay? He comes in peace. He comes pretending he has a revised plan for the world's peace and their new revised plan for prosperity. But his only agenda is idol worship and human sacrifice. Okay, it will be our bodies that are the temple of God that will be desecrated. Okay, the abomination of desolation being set up by the son of perdition is it is the abomination of desolation, not the abomination of desecration. Okay, we must understand that the abomination of desolation is the son of perdition in control of all the atomic warfare of China, Russia, and the United States, along with empowering Islam with all their purified uranium. Okay, they don't want to stop Islam from their purified uranium. They want to take it. And the son of perdition, again, he is he is in love with idol worship and human sacrifice. Okay, this is his agenda: idol worship and human sacrifice, blaspheming God, okay? Blaspheming God, okay? By desecrating our temple, okay? Not the Jewish temple. The Jews building the temple and proposing to have animal sacrifice is a desecration in itself right there. Okay, God does not condone the third temple. In fact, he made sure that the Romans threw down every stone that was upon another in the temple part. Okay, the actual temple part. The stones weren't only just thrown down and were no longer standing on one another. They were carried away by the Romans. The Romans are master builders, they are master masons, they are highly creative in the art of masonry. Okay, they didn't just throw down the goodly stones from the temple, they carried them away, and most likely they are incorporated in the Colosseum in Rome. Probably the spot where Caesar himself would sit and all the hide-a-doos would sit in the Colosseum is probably the part of the Colosseum that is built out of the stones that came from the temple in Jerusalem. Okay, we must understand that it was the Lord in 70 AD that had the Romans tear down the temple. Okay, he has no use for a building made by the hands of man. Okay, he stated that long, long time ago. The Lord said, "What is your sacrifice? If I was hungry, I would not tell you." Okay, if the Lord was hungry, and certainly he is not, but he would not tell us. Okay, if he was hungry for animal sacrifice, okay, because this is what the animal sacrifice is. They would sacrifice the animal. It was a shadow of the things to come. Okay, they would sprinkle the blood, but then they would cook and eat the meat. Okay? It was a sacrifice that was meant to be eaten. Okay? All right? The difference between Melchizedek setting up and showing Abraham the proper way to set up a sacrifice and confess their sins was through the sacrifice of the animal and through the bottle of wine. Okay? And what they did was they sacrificed the animal, they confessed their sins, and then they sat and partake of the sacrifice that was made unto God. Unlike the heathen who would make a sacrifice and think that God was appeased by their drunken, gluttonous, perverted sexual fornication. Okay, they thought that God was appeased by their intimate sexual acts. Okay, not the right way to make sacrifice, people. Okay, but here, the Jewish temple, God will confound their way. It will not get finished. They will not make any more animal sacrifice, because that is an insult. That is an insult to our King who has laid down his life for us. Okay, that is an extreme insult. Again, the Lord made sure the temple was dismantled, every last bit of it. Okay, we are the temple. Okay, the son of perdition will not be cumbered about with animal sacrifice. Okay, they may use it to say, our new one world religion, Islam, based on Islam and all its idolatry. Okay, all its blasphemy and idolatry. Okay, but that's as far as it goes, people. The sacrifice that will be being done from 2027 to 2030, 42 months, is the Christians. Okay? First of all, the son of perdition starts out his reign in the great city, which is not Jerusalem. And he instills through every Gentile nation the mark of the beast and the image of the beast. And anybody that is caught not with the mark of the beast and not worshiping the image of the beast is put to death. Obviously, they refuse because the wise are wise and they understand we cannot accept the mark of the beast. But the wicked don't understand and continue to do foolishly. They think it's the greatest thing there ever was, the mark of the beast. Okay, the revised peace plan, the revised economy. Here, the merchants of the earth. Okay, they have no qualms about taking the mark of the beast. Okay, first of all, they're merchants. They want to buy and sell. Okay, they have no qualms about taking the mark of the beast. They could care less about what Jesus is doing. All they care about is their goodly commodity. Okay, their gorgeous commodities throughout all the earth. Okay, that is what makes the whore. Her lavishing herself in the gorgeous commodities of all the earth. Okay, they get so greedy over the commodities of the earth. They are so greedy over the commodities of the earth. Do you understand that? This is the whole thing. This is why he institutes no one can buy or sell, because all the merchants of the earth certainly don't want to be out of business. So remember, they lament when the great Babylon is destroyed. Why are they lamented? Because they can't buy or sell their commodities anymore. Their whole merchandise game is up. It's over. That's why they're lamenting. Okay? Here, people. The abomination of desolation. It is not the Antichrist desecrating the fake Jewish temple. Okay? It is not. It is the son of perdition in control of all the atomic warfare of China, Russia, and the United States, along with Islam. Okay, a bomb. It is incorporated into the word abomination. Very first four letters, a bomb. Okay, there is nothing more abominable that causes desolation than the atomic bomb. So be ready and refuse the mark of the beast. If you are wise, you will understand. We must refuse the mark of the beast. Woe to anyone who takes the mark of the beast, for they will be cast into the lake of fire. It does not matter if you were once a Christian, okay? If you were once a Christian and because of persecution fall away and take the mark, you're done. It's over. You are predestined to be cast into the lake of fire.